In Investing 101, joining me is Frank Patzke. He is president of Guidant Wealth Advisors in Palatine, Illinois, and a certified financial planner. Frank, let's talk a little bit about your investing philosophy, what you see for the new year, because I know you have a long-term approach.
Yeah, I think long-term is really the key. Far too often people get bogged down, nervous, uptight about what's going on in the present. It really doesn't matter that much. I think if we can focus on what's going to happen 5, 10, 20 years from now, we're going to be much more successful. It's those short-term tricks that I think really throw people for a loop, but in reality, that's all they are. They're just short-term. Don't worry about it.
What about TV? What about this show you're watching right now? We talk about the markets all the time. What about the newspaper, the radio, saying, woe is me, interest rates may go up, we got a new tax law.
Yeah.
Do you just tune it out, or what do you do?
Well, I think you need to be aware of it. You don't tune it out. I think it's important, especially in the short run, and there are cues that are going to give you information to what's happening in the long run, but you still have to keep that long-term focus. One of my favorite all-time investors was Rip Van Winkle. You know what made him...
Under the tree, right?
Rip Van Winkle was under the tree, and what made him so successful, he went to sleep, 20 years if I remember the story correctly, he woke up and found out that he was a multimillionaire. And he started talking to his friends, and he was saying, well, this is fantastic, I have so much money. How did you do? And they said, well, really, we didn't do very well at all.
Right.
We pretty much have what we used to have. He said, well, why is that? I fell asleep, I didn't do anything, I made so much money. And basically they said there were too many things that scared them. They got out of the market, and then things got good, they got back in the market. He wasn't aware. He ended up being the long-term winner. It actually works.
Final question real quick. Does that mean you never make changes?
No, you still have to make changes. A good example of kind of New Year prognostication, I think it's pretty obvious that international investments are a little bit more attractive than the domestic investments right now. And that's mainly because of what's happened over the course of the last 5 years. And we can talk about that more in detail if that's important.
Okay. Frank, thank you very much. Thank you for tuning in.
Thank you.